So our authentication system is almost complete. We need to be able to sign out now, which is going to be really simple. We basically just need to call a function. And then I also want to be able to protect routes. So like if we're not logged in, we shouldn't be able to go to add property. So we'll do that, probably do that in this video as well. So let's go to the nav bar because that's where, all this authentication stuff is happening. And we're already bringing in sign out. So basically we just need to call that. So let's go, I'm just going to search for out, or not out, let's say sign space out. Yeah, and there's only one because this shows on both mobile and desktop. So we just want to go to this button and then do an on click, and we're going to have a function. And two things I want to do. One, I want to set the is profile menu open. We want to set that to false because we want that to go away once we sign out. So let's say set is profile menu open to false. Then we want to call sign out. And that's it. I'm just going to reload and sign out. Menu goes away, and now we're signed out. Okay, and we can't see the add property anymore. Now we can still go to /properties, /properties add. And I don't want to be able to do that. So this is where protecting routes comes in. And we can do that through middleware. And it's pretty easy. All we have to do is in the root of our project, create a file called middleware.js. And all we have to do here is export two things. So we're going to export in curly braces default from, and this is right in the docs for NextAuth. So next-auth/middleware. And then we also want to export a variable called config, which is going to be set to an object. And then in that object, we're going to define an array called matcher. Okay, so it'll match any URLs that we want to protect. So let's add in here /properties/add, right? And then I'm also going to add, we'll just add the ones that we need, even if they're not created yet. So /profile and /properties-saved. So that will be our bookmarks. Whoops. And then also the messages. So /messages. So now I'll save that. And if we come back here, we're not logged in. I'm going to reload. And it'll just basically redirect us to a sign-in button. Okay, so there's other things. You can customize that, but that's what we'll just keep that for now. Because then they can sign in and then they can, continue. So I'm just going to log back in. Actually, what I'm going to do is log in as my other user. So TechGuyInfo. Continue. And there we go. So this one has the darker T. So now I'm logged in as a different user. And if I check my database, if I go up to view and then reload data, now I have two users in my database. And you can see the username for this one did get truncated because it says Brad Traversy and then Traversy Media in parentheses. All right, so we know we can log in. We can sign out. Now these routes here, that goes to profile, which obviously doesn't exist yet. And saved properties. Property not found. That's fine for now. Don't worry about it. But see how this stays open? So basically what I want to do is just add an on click to anything we put in here that closes the menu, the drop down. So back in our nav bar, I think this is it right here. Yeah, this is the profile drop down. So I'm just going to add an on click. So on click, and then we'll set that to a function. And then basically I just want to call set profile menu open, set that to false. Okay, I want to do that for any link that I put in here, just to make sure that that closes. All right, so now if I click on profile, you can see it closes before it redirects. Okay, so we're looking good. Now, in the next section, we can start to finish our CRUD functionality, because before we could add a property, we needed to be able to get the user, because the users are going to be attached to the property listings. And of course, when we edit and delete, we need to, we need to verify the user. We also need to create the profile. So basically, the profile is just going to be the user's data that's in Google, so just really the name and email and image, but it'll also have the user's listings, the user's properties, so they can go to their profile or dashboard, whatever you want to call it, and see and manage their listings.